welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Warno review, or kind of first impressions. So the early access is out. It is alpha, guys. It is such alpha. But before we get into it, guys, only a small percentage of you subscribe. It really helps out if you subscribe. Anyway, let's get right into it. First of all, this is an alpha. This is not a beta. It's not even an early access. It is so alpha. It is actually mind-boggling. So many things are broken. Like, let's just look here, guys. You're getting your first screen. You get your multiplayer, your solo. Your mod center coming soon. Nah, not coming soon, guys. Wait a year. Armory. Where's your options? Where are they? Oh, there's your chat. They're hidden behind here. You're definitely gonna have to take a look in here right when you first get the game, guys. There's so many things messed up in your controls. They have smart orders on already, and a lot of players are using smart orders in game. And let me tell you, it is sad to watch because you just get thrashed. But back to the thing, though. Already broken mechanics. Can't change your name in the game. Look at this, nothing at all. But you can see your rank in multiplayer if you want to see that stuff in this area, but no name change. When you see in here, though, is you want to build a deck. You have to go to the armory. Get a good armory, though. It's got some good, cool tabs. It filter roles here if you want. Value, how quality it is. Logi, artillery. Again, not that many vehicle. Like, just look at the AA tab, guys. This is all you get. Airwise, really good variety. Heli, not so much. Arty, not so much again. Tank. I feel like there's a lot more armor values out here, not really showing. If tab's pretty lackluster for both nations. And honestly, right now you only get two divisions. You get 3rd Armor and 79th Guards Tankovi. Look at the US. We can, let's look at my deck. Again, look at these Logi tab. These are not too much, but like, it's pretty lackluster. There's like not that much variety in here. The American tab for infantry has a really good variety of like strong and weak. But overall, a lack of choices, I think. Especially if you're coming from, I'd say, SD with like infantry division. I guess it's okay because it's a tank division. But like, I hope in future we see a lot more variety of infantry in here. Artillery tab, very lackluster. Tank tab, very interesting for a tank division. That literally it's only 2 tanks, and then you have a support. 7 these like CVs. But again, not great. Recon, very small recon tab. AA, very small. AA is broken, guys. It's not working at all. The only AA unit that does work is the Stinger and like the Russian equivalency of this. Like, if you want to get look how bad this UI. I can't even see the unit. I have to like click on this, and I can't add it while I'm at this section too. Very, very annoying. There's no like easy comparison of units like SD2 did. So that's a little sad. You can like you have to pin it, and then you can look at a different unit, which is, you know, not as clean as it used to be. Helis, again, not much variety. Air, decent amount of variety. I'm not sure air is properly working right now. I'm going to be honest. Things that are really expensive seem to underperform. Napalm and bombs don't seem to do any damage. I'll literally have bombers, you know, dropping like real, you know, 227 kilogram bombs, and it like lands directly on top of the unit. Or even worse, you know, it's like right on top of the infantry squad, and it literally does 0 damage. It's just, I don't know what's happening. Same with artillery. Artillery is literally doing no damage. I understand that they don't want to make it too good, but it doesn't do anything. So that's something to note. Again, going back to battle groups, the UI is pretty not great right now, but I think they're working on that. Again, look at the Russian infantry. Very little variety. I don't understand. They have like, there's a difference between a BMP and a BMP2. BMP2 seems to be better, all regard, but they're the same price, so take that as you would. Also, there's a bug too where like I'll delete these, you know, say, hey, I want these all to be BMP 2s, and I'll add them to my battle group, all BMP 2s, and then I'll go into the game and it will reset back to BMP 2s. So that's a bug that's going on in the game as well. Unfortunate. But let's actually get to some gameplay, because this is where the bread and butter is supposed to be of the game, and there are big issues. But if you want to see the UI, this is the multiplayer UI. Online players, usually never expecting to go over 4 numbers, of course. You can invite your friends by a little like dash up here, and you can easily accidentally remove them. Ranks up here, create a game, nothing too crazy, public. You know, you add players. You have 4 maps to select right now. You have 1 game mode. You can do, you know, nation versus nation if you want. Starting resources, you can change all this stuff. No adding time limit though. I feel like there's a category right here that they're maybe gonna do it, but I'm not really sure. But again, let's get into this gameplay now. So I think this bridge really sums up the experience, guys. Like, what is happening with this bridge right here, guys? This is like, I don't understand how this got approved, you know? Like, a lot of these bridges are all messed up. And this is a small stuff, guys. The maps are buggy. There's consistent crashing. So if you're thinking about purchasing the game, be wary. Like, there is a lot of crashes. There's a lot of bugs. We had a bug one game where this bridge over here, somebody tried, like, we can cross it, right? We can come from our side, which is this way, from red, coming down this way. But our opponents can't cross it back. It's bugged. It's like, there's also bugs with attack moves. So if you're looking for like smooth mechanical gameplay, it's bugged, guys. Like, when you do a quick move, or sorry, attack move through forest, it literally says, let me avoid the cover and let me go in the open and die. Also, there's an issue right now where tabbing units. So let's say I have all these units selected right now. I can tab right through different sections, but it used to be in Steel Division you could push control and grab these 3 squads out of these guys. So when you're in a blob like this, you can be like, hey, I really need to click on my AA, and you control this. You control click, and it just grabs AA, and you ignore, and then you can give Q orders. But for whatever reason, Eugen just forgot to do it. I know I'm being very critical of the game, and I'm going to be very critical right now. Let's just get into it. Like, look at this time limit. Look at this time. Okay, this is a long game. 15 minutes. That's a long game. And guess what? I have the game mode on double length. Okay, so there's a problem in the game right now where games are lasting on average like 7 minutes. 7 minutes, guys. I mean, that's not even the end of A phase in Steel Division 2. So as a game developer that coming from both Wargame and Steel Division, I just don't understand how they botched it so hard where games end in 5 minutes. You start taking one flag in one location, game's over, just done. And it really shows like a total rush to pump up the game. Like, what is this? I've had units get stuck on this. It's mind-boggling. Infantry combat, if you guys are looking to get it, like if you're hoping for good infantry combat, it's pretty clanky right now. Infantry units get deleted really quickly. You can't really tell who they're engaging, who they're firing at. It's really tiny. Like, we'll see right here. Like, the rockets look nice, right? The helicopter fights look nice. Helicopters are a little buggy. They're unresponsive. There's also an issue where you'll give an attack for your AA unit to shoot down an AA gun. It will not. You cannot tell AA to fire at aircraft, like manually at aircraft or helicopters, or it will derp out and not do anything. It's pretty crazy that these are bugs. Performance-wise, the game runs pretty bad in comparison to Wargame and Steel Division. Even though, like, I have a pretty good computer, I can run Star Citizen on like max graphics, and I'm being kicked in my butt sometimes just in this game for like streaming and stuff. It's alpha, like that's what I expect. Overall, though, there's a really solid bedrock, but of like a game, like it can be really good. Like I think there's a huge opportunity here. They said they have a map editor coming, so if you're hoping for that. But again, it's just there's so many things right now that just don't work. AA doesn't seem to work. Line of sight sometimes derps out. It isn't accurate or telling the truth. And AA just doesn't shoot on aircraft. We'll see like aircraft spam here. We can try to see, like, you can barely tell. Like, you saw that unit die and you can't tell who shot that. Who's firing at who? What's firing at who? I've seen issues too, guys, where there's a big problem. This is a huge problem for tight games. You'll have a CV, right? Red's in control of this zone. You'll kill red CV, and it's still in their control, even though there's no enemy CV. And I have screenshots to prove that too. It's a big problem. I don't understand how that got like overlooked. God, it's aircraft actually are pretty responsive. I actually like how they work, calling in and reading. I think aircraft done really well. Positive of the game though is I don't know what to say, guys. They're supposed to give us a new game, man. And the strike team guys, the guys who are the beta testers before all of the rest of us, we're supposed to test some of this stuff, and I don't really understand an excuse. It's not really an excuse, like that's early access. You tested a whole bunch of stuff, and you didn't fix it. Like I talked to some of the strike team guys. They said AA wasn't really working properly. RD wasn't working properly. What's the response to it? Nothing. No change. Games ending too fast, too quick. Strike team, I think some of them agreed that it was too quick. No reaction. And the biggest issue that I've seen too is on the forums, people talking about some of these issues, like AA not working or games lasting too short. And Eugen's literally like, it's like you'll see Mad Matt in the forums like attacking people. It's pretty sad. If you're gonna get the game, I think the game will be good in the long run. I think it really will be. But I would wait. Like if you're on the fence, you're not really sure whether you want to get into a genre like this, you've got to wait. This game is not for you. If you're a big fan, you know you're going to be playing this game a lot down the line. It's on sale right now, so I recommend purchasing it now for later. But again, I'll be playing it because I'm a big fan. But it is buggy as all hell, and like it's mind-boggling. And yeah, that's what I have to say about the gameplay. Any of the pros of the gameplay, I don't want to say there's that many pros. Infantry combat's pretty clunky. I think the best part of this game right now is tank combat between tanks to tanks and other armored vehicles in the open. It's pretty nice. It's pretty sweet. Aircraft air wards are pretty derpy right now, I think. So it's a buggy mess. That's all I have to say, guys. But I'd be really curious to see what you guys think about this game. And the alpha. It's the alpha, and it's so far into it. And let me know, and I'll see you guys around.